Yes, good morning, Anil, Dasrath, Vikram, and Jomer. All. Yeah. So now, last session we have discussed about the syllabus and also how to work with implementation projects. We have discussed. Yes, I'm going to keep all of you on mute. Yes, please keep it on mute. If you have any doubts, please enter in chat window so that I can respond to your doubts. And still you are not clear, then we can discuss over the phone. Fine. So in the last session, we have talked about introduction of Fission applications. Then we have talked about create implementation project. So what is implementation project? Implementation project is nothing but group of offerings. Okay, let me show you how to create again implementation project. Setup and maintenance. Click this button, implementation project. Now we would like to create an implementation project. Choose the name of the implementation project. And we can choose the date, which date we would like to complete this implementation project. So implementation project is nothing but a group of offerings which we want implement to the client. What are the offerings you would like to implement to the clients? So do you want to implement financials to the client? Do you want to implement Fission accounting hub to the client? Do you want to implement marketing modules? So order management, procurement, sales, like this, what exactly you would like to implement to your client? Let's say we want to implement workforce deployment, particular modules, then we have to choose that module. Let's say payroll module. Select first offering. HCM is a combination of two offerings. If you combine these two, then it's going to be HCM. Okay. So in our syllabus, we are going to complete the technical part of all three domains: financials, supply chain management, human capital management. First, we'll complete the human capital management technical part. Then after that, we will go for financials, P2P cycle and OTC cycle of technical part. Okay, that's we are going to cover. Okay, fine. So now HCM is a combination of two offerings, workforce deployment and workforce development. So in the workforce deployment, light on this. So what you would like to implement to the client? So that we have to choose. Whatever the modules you would like to implement to the client, that we are going to choose here. Then workforce deployment and development. Yes. Save and open the project. This is how we are going to create one implementation project. So in the real time, who will create an implementation project? Project manager is going to create an implementation project. Project manager is going to create an implementation project. So that's the people. For financial people, they can create their own implementation project. Okay. So technical, like supply chain management people, they can create their own project. Like this, we can see multiple implementation projects also based on their requirement. Based on their requirement. Okay. Fine. Now we are going to discuss how to create a username and password. There are three ways we can create username and password. One, implementation user. Two, HCM user. Three, end user. Implementation user is nothing but a user who can implement Fusion applications to the client. So we are implementation users. For example, we are a group of TCS employees having 10 members. We are implementing Fusion applications to the client called a Heritage client. So Heritage is our client. Heritage is one of the enterprise. They have business, number of branches, number of countries. To maintain their business transactions, they want to install Fusion applications. Now we are a group of 10 members going to implement this to the client. So we are implementation users. Yes. Yes, we can add Srinivas. We can add. There is an option here. Yes. Select and add. You can go for add your new task or task list. Whatever the new tasks, one task is nothing but one page or one form. Task list is nothing but a group of tasks. Task list is nothing but a group of forms, or we can call it as a menu also. So in our language, we call it as a menu. Here we call it as this. So now we'll find three types of users. One is implementation user. HCM users, end user. Implementation user is going to implement Fusion applications to the client. Fusion applications to the client. And who are the HCM users? Like it's Heritage HR department. In Heritage company, there will be a HR department, right? So what is the department job? They are going to hire employees, transfer employees, terminate employees, promote the employee, assign the salaries, run the payroll, run the salaries, calculate. This all they will be doing the transactions. We call them as a HCM users. We call them. There may be 40 members or 50 members who are working. Then who are end users? End users are nothing but a heritage company who are not interacting with the application. they can just check their self information. Means they can log in, they can see their payslip, they can check their absences, they can log in and apply for the leaves and get approvals. They can check any notifications they have received. Okay, so this is all they are going to get it. These all are they are going to get it. So that's the three types of users we will find. Okay, so this is implementation user, and this is HCM user, and this is going to be end user. First we'll discuss about implementation user. How to create an implementation username and password. If we want to create an implementation user, we have to go to IDM, Oracle Identity Management. Oracle Identity Management. IDM is one of the middleware product in Fusion applications. It is one of the middleware product to maintain the users roles, grants information. Users roles, grants information. It will be used to maintain the users roles and grants information. So it's a part of IDM is not the new one. It's a very old tool. Most of the clients are using. Let's say your client is using the SAP as well as Oracle EBS and also Fusion and also some Microsoft products. Okay, I don't want to maintain 4 usernames and passwords for each product. Okay, so I would like to have the single username and password, and I want to access all the 4 applications by using that username and password only. Then IDM is the platform. Oracle Identity Management is one of the product in the Fusion middleware, which is used to provide the usernames, roles, and grants to your client. Especially, it is useful when they are maintaining the multiple applications. Then they are maintaining the multiple applications. If client is going for Fusion, it's mandatory. They must go for IDM. Oracle EBS, SAP, Microsoft is not mandatory. They can go for some other tools like IDM. There are number of other competitors. But if client is going for Fusion applications, they must go for IDM, Oracle Identity Management. Now we'll discuss how to go to the IDM, how to connect to the IDM. There is a task called create implementation user. No need percentage here, just enter the value and go for it. Now select create implementation user. I am able to see this task in the 2 offerings, workforce development and workforce deployment. So if you choose any task, no problem, because the same task may be available in both the offerings. That's why it is showing like this. Okay, no problem. Just go to the task. Now we can see here username. Oracle is connected to IDM, Oracle Identity Management, Oracle Identity Manager, self-service. We have to go to administration because we want to create our own username and password. We would like to create our own username and password. Here is the option, create user. And user login. What about the password? Password must have one capital letter, one special character, and one numeric value. These 3 are mandatory. One letter should be capital letter, and one special character, and one number, numeric value. So confirm the password. From which date this particular username should be valid? You can say it's valid from today, and we can expire. You can say that it should be expired on July something 19th. And what about country and other details not required? And what about the organization? This is for internal purpose. Accelerate users. User type. It's a full-time employee, other internship or contractor, or non-worker or consultant. So let's say consultant and save. We created the user with the attributes already exist. No problem. So we have to change these names. No problem. Let me give. This is going to be your username. Save. Now the user has been created successfully. You want to reset the password, you can do here. You want to lock the account, you can do here. You want to disable the username, you can do. You want to delete the username, you can do it here. Okay. Now for this user, what are the roles you would like to attach? Like in EBS, you might have seen responsibilities, right? You will be assigning the responsibilities. In PeopleSoft, some other. Okay, so here in Fusion, it's completely role-based access control, RBAC, role-based access control. Based on the role, you can access your application. Whatever the roles you are assigning to this user, based on that, this user can access the application. If you don't assign any role, what happened? He cannot access any other. Okay. So what are the roles and what are different types are there? We will discuss. Right now, if we look at here, by default, which role is there? Default role for all the users. All users role is there. That is one of the default role for everybody. It's automatically assigned for everyone. Automatically assigned for everyone it is. Okay. Now I would like to add two roles to the user. What are the two roles? Application implementation consultant. This is one role. Another one is IT security manager. These two roles, if you assign, that user will become as implementation user. Okay. So what I am going to do is, right now I have not assigned, just log out from the current user and log in with the new user what we have created. What is our username? Kumar.Ramana, and enter your password. And very first time when you log in, it's going to ask you to change the password, because who has allocated the password? Your IDM user. Here DBAs we don't find in cloud environment. In the cloud, no DBA. Who will be there? IDM developer. IDM developer is nothing but a DBA. DBA has allocated one username and password to us. DBA knows our password, right? This password is not generated automatically. It is allocated by our DBA. So very first time when you log in, you are supposed to change your password. Submit. Now the user is able to log in. Okay. But he doesn't have any access, right? He is not able to access any navigator. When he log in, he cannot see setup and maintenance, because we have not assigned any roles to this user. Just we created username and password, and then default role one has come all users. That is a basic default role. Okay. So if you want to know about this page, click this. It will show you copyright information. And you would like to know about the help, applications help, you can go to here. We can see the applications help over here. And navigator also very few options we have. This is just help your applications help menu, and in navigator also we could not find much. Okay, yes. Now I would like to implement Fusion applications. So you need access to setup and maintenance. What roles you required? Application implementation consultant. So first log out from the current user, log in with another username, whoever is having the implementation access. Setup and maintenance. Here also you can search for your task. You don't need to go for implementation project. If you know the task name, directly we can enter here and search. This is shortcut. This is shortcut. And if you go to implementation project, you go to your implementation project and open the task, no problem. Or go to another implementation project and go to the task, no problem. There is no difference. Okay, so implementation project is just a group of tasks, that's all, group of offerings. Doesn't mean that we must do every task from here only. If you do it from here also, both are same. If you do it from here also, same. But only thing, the task should be exist here. What is our task name to connect IDM? Create implementation users. Create implementation users is the task name. Open the task. Now it will be connected to Oracle IDM, Oracle Identity Management. Go to administration. And we have already created user, right? We don't want to create now user again. What is your username? Search here. Search for your username here. Ramana. This is select. And do you want to reset the password for this user, or do you want to add some other roles? Go to the roles tab. I would like to add one additional role called application implementation consultant. Assign. What is the role name you would like to do? Application implementation consultant. Application implementation consultant. This is the role I would like to assign to the user. So we have added the role. And in case you would like to go for revoke this role, means remove this role, we can do it here. And you want to know more about these roles, click open this button. You will come to know what exactly this. Okay. And role description also we can find here. It manages enterprise-wide implementations, collaborate with the specific administrators. This all. It is a direct role. You can assign directly to the user. Now what happened? We have assigned one role. Let me log out from the current user and log in with kumar.ramana. And when you go to navigator, still the role is not yet updated. Okay, take some time. Now, let me assign the second one, IT Security Manager. If you know the task name, you can directly connect from here. We don't need to go to implementation project and select, go to administration, search for user, go to role tab, assign. What is another role? IT Security Manager. IT Security Manager. Yes. Yes, Srinivas. That's going to be next session. Talking about other roles. There are roles, different types. Like we will find data roles, abstract roles, job roles, duty roles. Okay. So based on that, we will be talking about here. That's the next level we'll be talking. Right now, we are just adding some built-in roles which are provided by Oracle. Next level, when we start basic functional part, we'll be discussing this. Yeah, still the role is not updated. Hmm. Yeah, if the role is not updated, what we have to do is we need to run one process. We need to run one process, nothing but a program. Generally, we call it as a concurrent programs in Oracle applications. Here we call it as a process. How to run one process in Fusion applications? Navigator, scheduled processes. Go to tools, tools menu, scheduled process, tools menu, scheduled process, schedule new process. And what is the name of the process? Retrieve latest LDAP changes. Enter this, press enter. Yes. Generally, what happened once you click this button, schedule new process, this OK button is disabled. It's not enabled. So what you have to do, you have to press enter. After you enter your this name, otherwise what you can do is percentage, LDAP percentage, press enter. Okay. Press enter and again click search button. Retrieve latest LDAP changes. LDAP stands for Lightweight Directory Access Protocol. Lightweight Directory Access Protocol. This process will synchronize your user information, roles information, and role grants with definitions in LDAP. So whatever changes you have done in IDM, whatever changes you have done in IDM, Oracle Identity Management, will be synchronized with Fusion applications, will be synchronized with Fusion applications. Now you can see The process has submitted successfully. Process has submitted successfully. Click refresh. Retrieve latest LDAP changes. It's running. Finally, it has to come to succeeded status. Maybe it takes some time, not a problem. So that is one method we have to remember. In case if the roles are not updated immediately, we need to run one process called LDAP process. The interviews also they'll ask you, I have added the role, but still it's not updated. Now you can see, go to user menu. Earlier, this option you didn't get for Mr. Ramna Kumar, right? Now he is able to implement the Fusion applications, setup and maintenance. And go to navigator, he is able to access, right? My team, about me, my team, these all options, and he is able to run this process. Earlier, not, right? Earlier, he was not able to access. Now he is able to implement. Go to setup and maintenance. Go to setup and maintenance, implementation project. Now you can see here. Okay. So this we call it as a FSM also. This we call it as a FSM also, functional setup manager. This we call it as a FSM, functional setup manager. Nothing but a setup and maintenance. So if you want to set up Fusion application to your client, and if you want to maintain your application to the client, you must have this option. If you don't have this option, setup and maintenance, then you cannot implement Fusion applications to the client. No chance that you can access the tasks. No chance that you can access the task. Okay. So that is how we can go for create one implementation users. Implementation user. Okay. So HCM user and end user comes later. When we are hiring an employee, we'll talk about HCM user. HCM user is indirectly employee. Right now, this person is not an employee, right? He is not an employee. He's just username and password. It is just username and password. Employee user is different. Employee user is different. So that we'll discuss next level. Okay. Now today we have discussed about how to create one username and password. Any doubts here, please let me know. How to create an implementation user and how to configure the roles. Okay. Yes. Srinivas, will you be providing step-by-step screenshots for such activities as part of our documentation? Srinivas, entire video file I'm going to share, right, to everybody. I'm going to share entire video file to everybody. Number of times you can play and you can do the practice. Okay, so that's the best part, right? So we are going to, you have to contact Mr. Naresh, and as I have already given the contact number, right? And provide your, even then formal document should sounds good. Documentation, see, I don't, this Oracle application help documents I can provide. I can tell you Oracle PDF, which PDF you have to go through and where the documentations are there. So that I can tell you the PDF. Okay. Some of the topics, obviously, we will be providing the documentation like this. For example, next level will be talking about the roles, right? So what are the types of roles, how it will be added, this all will be discussed. This type of, some places it is required, right? So that time we'll provide, not each and every topic. Yeah. So complete Oracle has provided this entire help here. You can log into the Fusion applications, go to application help, then complete Oracle documentation will be provided, but there you will be confused. Like there will be a thousands of PDFs provided by Oracle, which PDF we have to read, and in the PDF also there will be thousands of pages, which page we have to go through as a technical consultant. So that you will be confused, that I'll take care of you. So that I'll show you how to do. So whatever the task we have done today, it is not our job. As a technical consultant, we never create our own username and password. And we don't assign the roles to the user. That is not at all. We never connect to IDM. So IDM developer, this is under the control of IDM. We never connect to the IDM. Oracle Identity Management is a separate middleware product. Okay, so IDM developer, it's a separate course. Who want to be a, like people who are already working in Oracle apps or some other as a DBA, they will be able to learn Oracle IDM. Oracle IDM is the advanced for DBAs. They have to go. No question of DBA in Fusion applications, cloud environment. Okay. So that's today, whatever task we have done, it's not related to the technical, but still we have to know how to create our own username and password, how to assign the roles to the user, and how to assign the IDM, Oracle Identity Management. Okay, how to go to IDM and how to assign the roles to the user. Application Policy Manager comes later when we are talking about different types of roles. Next level will be tasking. Okay, now just now we discussed how to add offerings to the user also, and how to assign the roles to the user. But roles is an in-depth concept. There is a separate session. At least 2 sessions are required about the roles. Okay. But these roles will discuss when we start the functional activities. When we start functional option, we'll be discussing about the roles. Okay, fine. Any other doubts here? Let me know. Tomorrow we'll be talking about the multi-arc concept. So first we'll be talking about multi-arc enterprise structure. So people who are from Oracle Apps background, we call it as a multi-arc. PeopleSoft background, we call it as a company. Here we call it as an enterprise structure. So enterprise structure is the first part we need to configure for any consultant. Yes, Dasharatha, for technical we don't have separately. Fusion HCM consultant is there, that is a good. So we are ready to provide that certification. Yes, dump is there, as well as there are many people who has got the certifications from our institutions. Okay, Additionally, you have to pay 3,000 rupees other than the certification cost. Certification cost, it seems, I think 11,000. If you go to Oracle website, you can get it. Okay, so that will make you no problem. 100% will clarify it. No issue. Okay. So tomorrow we'll talk about multi-arg structure. Yes, Srinivas, tell me.
Yeah. Yeah. Hi, Chandra. Good
Yes.
morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, this is the first time that I'm attending your session.
Yes.
Uh, yeah, I have two questions. I am working as a people's of administrator now.
Okay.
So, uh, will this technical course or technical activities will be suits me in future, like to take up
This is, see,
some
basic.
assignments for the infusion?
Yes. See, this fission technical first part is there, right?
Uh-huh.
This first part, everybody must learn. Whether you are a
Okay.
functional, whether you are a middleware consultant,
Mm-hmm.
whether you are a technical consultant, first part, everybody must know it. This is a
Mm-hmm.
basic, common concept. It is not basic, it is a common concept. It is
Mm-hmm.
not something we are discussing only basic things. It is
Mm-hmm.
a common syllabus, everybody must know it.
Mm-hmm.
Then after that, you will decide. See, you want, as you are an administrator, DBA, you wanted to go for Oracle IDM,
Mm-hmm.
identity management, then you can go for IDM. Or you want to be a fusion middleware, you can go to
Mm-hmm.
middleware. Or you want to be a functional, then you can go
Mm-hmm.
to functional. Okay. So this is basically expected by everyone. That's why I divided into two parts. This is part one. And I want to be purely technical person, then these people will go for this second.
No, my question is, yeah, if you look at your course on week 4, you're going to talk about BA reports,
Yes.
shared areas and all.
Yes.
Without having a functional knowledge of, some basic functional knowledge of the particular, business requirements,
Yes.
how should we can develop a BA
This,
report or,
yes,
uh,
this is what our functional knowledge, right here.
mhm. Oh, okay.
Procurement.
Okay.
This course is
Okay.
going to cover three
Mm-hmm.
domains:
Mm-hmm.
financials, supply chain management, human
Mm-hmm.
capital management.
Mm-hmm.
So here the clients are expecting you should
Mm-hmm.
be in a position to involve in financial modules as a technical, supply also technical, HCM also technical. So we are
Mm-hmm.
going to cover all the three domains, all the
Mm-hmm.
three domains. See, basically domains, all the three means if you want to build a report, you must know the business logic, business functionality, and the table names, and how
Mm-hmm.
to join the tables, how to write the queries. This
Yeah,
all
that's
we
right.
must know it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why we'll be discussing this functionality.
Mm-hmm.
This.
So are you
So
also covering the extract and everyone?
yes,
Extracts. Okay.
it comes here. Data extractions.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So someone
So,
is asking this Excel
mhm.
sheet. I think the best part is you can take the screenshot.
Okay.
Somebody, if someone want to have this syllabus, can take a
Mm-hmm.
screenshot on this. Then it will
Mm-hmm.
be
Mm-hmm.
yes.
Okay. And one more question. Okay, let's take. I mean, Fusion is kind of a new technology, um, new ERP product in the market. So the most of the clients are already having some of the ERP products like PeopleSoft, SAP, or whatever it is.
Yes.
If they want to move into Fusion, okay, there should be some data conversion is also required, right?
Yes,
So
that's
will
why.
this, yeah,
That's
okay.
why
Mhm.
yeah, these three we have. These
Okay,
three.
FBL, HDL, and
Data
data.
loading ADF integrator,
Uh-huh.
file-based data loader,
Mm-hmm.
and HCM data loader.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so this is the part where that the original data of the organization can be
Loaded.
converted into Fusion data.
Yes, this is data loading, means inbound
Mm-hmm.
interfaces like. This is
Uh-huh. Okay.
extraction like outbound interfaces.
Uh-huh.
And this is also almost like inbound interface in rapid implementation. And this
Mm-hmm.
is going to be reporting. And this
Mm-hmm.
is going to be page personalizations.
Mm-hmm.
And these are going to be our functional
Mm-hmm.
business process and
Mm-hmm.
discussion of this.
Mm-hmm. So as a part of this course, will you also be, and walking through us, walking through us about any project or something like that? Okay, to
Uh,
understand
that's
how
that's in
exactly.
what we are doing is like an project only. Like the way of our training will be like our
Mm-hmm,
project only, like enterprise structure. This is our tomorrow session. How
mm-hmm,
to
okay.
configure the enterprise and how the scenario will comes. Like
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
how to understand the requirement, how to do it. In that way
mm-hmm,
only will be working.
mm-hmm. So can you also provide an examples of how exactly US organizations works,
Yeah, we will
US
be
based?
going based on US only. Entire, for example, if we talk about HCM, we'll
Mm-hmm,
take US payroll. If we talk
mm-hmm.
about financials and supply chain management, we'll be taking USD currency, US ledger. This all will be taken.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah, wonderful. Okay. Okay. Mhm, mhm. So anyway, you are going to provide us the reference in Oracle PDFs if we want to have some kind of advanced understanding of
Yes,
particular
here.
topic. We can just go through them. We'll go through
Yes,
those PDFs only, right?
some of the documents I'll give my own preparation like this,
Okay. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
and some of the documents we have Oracle preparations like this.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
These are
Okay.
Rtl trainings.
Uh-huh.
And the main documentation, this, but here we will find a lot of other things. But
Mm-hmm.
I can suggest you to
Yeah,
go
probably
for
can
which
filter out.
PDFs,
Yeah.
yeah, which PDFs you have to refer. This all we have to.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Okay. So without having a particular functional knowledge of the HCM, we can still go for a job on the technical, say on this technical things, right?
Yeah, this, let me tell you, like,
Uh-huh.
who can suggest, like, we are providing Fusion Technical Consultant, right? This is
Yeah.
Fusion Technical course. Who are
Mm-hmm.
eligible for this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Who are already working in Oracle Apps Technical or any PeopleSoft Technical.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This. And some people already working in Oracle Apps as financials, functional, financial or SEM functional.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they want to learn the Fusion Technical, so they want to go for Fusion applications. When they attend this my Oracle Apps Technical, they
Mm-hmm.
can understand even functional also, because here we are talking about almost the functional
Mm-hmm.
70% they can understand, because whatever we have in Oracle EBS, that
Mm-hmm.
as it is available here, some more new concepts are there. So
Mm-hmm.
people who are already working in Oracle Apps as a financials consultant, they can also learn this. People who are already working as a SCM functional also, they can learn. They can apply it as a functional and technical, because I'm giving the complete navigations and functional technical also, so they can apply it as a techno-functional. That.
Mm-hmm.
So for them also it's going to be useful. So somebody is working on purely HCM, like a HR, PeopleSoft HR or Oracle Apps HR, Oracle Apps HR or PeopleSoft HR, they can go for Fusion HCM. So I suggest them to go for Oracle Fusion HCM. This is purely functional. So
Mm-hmm.
somebody is new to the ERP. If they are new to the ERP also, I suggest to them go for Fusion HCM. This. Because financials and supply chain management, this is somewhat whatever is there in Oracle EBS, almost the same implemented in Fusion. So a person who knows Oracle Apps financials and supply chain management functional, they can easily adapt Fusion financials and Fusion supply chain management. But only thing what they need to know is this: how to work and security, and walk through once the entire process, and how to build reports, how to load the data, integration, personalizations, and all this. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so that functional guy no need to attend the second part. This is purely for functional, developers, technical developer. Yes, that's why I divided into two parts. This is part one and this is part two. Part one is definitely required for everybody because these concepts are common, whether it's a
No, when
functional or
most of
technical.
yeah, I understand that part. So when most of the clients are going for a SaaS model,
Yes,
where they will get an opportunity to have a developer to actually developing ADF pages
yes.
or a BPM
That's
workflows and all.
that's why in the first my demo class I told them most of the projects are going on right now in this model, cloud SaaS model.
Yeah, that's
Right
correct.
now, this course is suitable for first model, cloud SaaS.
Mm-hmm.
Then after some time, now Oracle has released now latest version. Now what Oracle is telling, you want to buy on-premises also, they are ready to give. And if the client is going for cloud PaaS model or on-premises model, then this course is useful.
Mm-hmm. So if the clients are going for a PaaS model or a on-premises model, yeah, it is of no use, right? So it's like as well as they're having a current ERP in their hand.
Current ERP, that is fine, but current ERP what we are using, I don't think so we'll find this much of flexibility with analytics.
Oh, okay.
You might have seen so far only analysis, but analytics is not there, right? So analytics comes into the picture. See, let me. So far, you take any Oracle report, Oracle ERPs, you will see only reports. This word is new and it is emerging technology and it is mandatory to implement analytics in future. You take any ERP existing, we don't have analytics option. You take Oracle EBS or PeopleSoft or JD Edwards or Siebel, this. Now, the best part of Fusion applications is analytics.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, fine.
Okay, great.
So
Thank
tomorrow
you.
will, yes, thank you. Tomorrow we'll start the enterprise structure configuration. Okay. Any other doubts? Anyone? Any other doubts? Fine. Thank you. We'll meet tomorrow on the same ID and same time.